Welcome to the Sat Village podcast. I'm Tristan Chater, co-founder of Sat Village and your host for this 15-part series where we explore the values and vision behind our Iga Eco community set in the Sintra region of Portugal. Sat Village is a small eco-village in the making, with 18 homes and a shared community center. We're located between green hills, farmland, forest and sea, close to Lisbon, and even closer to the surf town of Ericeira. If you're dreaming of a slower life, growing your own food, living in a conscious community with like-minded people, practicing yoga daily, and raising your kids close to nature, this podcast might just be for you. Now, before we dive into today's episode, a quick reminder, we'll be pre-selling homes in Sat Village, either in late 2025 or early 2026. The exact date's still unfolding. But if this project speaks to you, don't wait. Head to satvillage.com, sign up for our mailing list, and be the first to know when things start moving. You'll also find more in-depth info in our blog section, including a post about today's topic. And if you're feeling curious or ready to go deeper, you can book a video call to get to know us personally. All right, let's get into today's episode. This is episode 6, and it's all about the heart of Sat Village, which is our community center. This is a space that brings everything together. It's where the quiet lifestyle of nature meets the vibrant energy of community, where we gather, learn, share, and support one another. And maybe most importantly, it's a space that helps create balance, forming the border between personal space and shared purpose, between our community and its surroundings. We'll talk today about what this space will be, how we imagine it being used, and what role it plays in the bigger picture of life at Sat Village. Let's begin. The dream of Sat Village has always been about more than just the homes. Yes, we're building 18 beautiful natural houses, and that is already quite something. But from the very beginning, we've always felt that what truly makes a village is the connections between people, the shared interests, the chance encounters, the safe and welcoming places to land and reconnect. That's what the community center is here for. Picture it for a moment. A double-story building covered with creepers and flowers, possibly with a roof terrace viewpoint looking over the valley. This gathering point is located at the start of the land and has its own unique architectural style, setting it apart from the rest, but still aesthetically expressing the Sat Village lifestyle, made from natural materials, with large windows and doors opening up to the terrace and garden, and the smell of tea, wood smoke, and good food wafting into the breeze. Kids running in and out, someone playing guitar on the steps, maybe a couple of guys playing chess, a few neighbors gathered around a table talking about their gardens or their dreams. It's the kind of space that doesn't feel like any one person's area, and yet it belongs to everyone. And that's exactly the point. This is not just an extra amenity. This is where community happens. We see it as the glue between our individual lives, a place where all the little threads of the village weave together, a place to connect, to rest, to co-create. I had a really nice video call the other day with somebody who found us at one of the festivals that we visited recently. She feels very deeply that she would like to help parents with childcare, and not just in a transactional way, but in a way that corresponds with community life. To me, this is just so special. It's like one day our children will have a village filled with people who in some way or another are part of their lives, surrounded by love and trust. Getting in touch with people who really get it is part of the blessing of doing this project, and it really keeps us going. Maybe the community center is a place where children can spend the day with their friends, and under the supervision of one or more community members. So, what kind of facilities do we have in mind for this community center? Well, let's take a walk through it together. We enter the front door into the reception area with a small office space. This is where short-stay guests are received before they are shown to their house. This is also where you will generally find our caretaker or other community members who are helping out with daily tasks. Close to the reception is some storage space for shared items and a small tool shed. The reception opens up to a shared living room area, which I imagine will have tables, maybe a sofa, and some bookcases. There will also be a small kitchenette for making tea, catering for small community gatherings, and laying out the breakfast buffet on the odd occasion. The living room connects with the garden through large floor-to-ceiling glass doors, making the inside feel like outside during the summer periods. This area will also have some public toilets and a shared washing room, with washing machines and possibly some folding space. There are stairs going up to the first floor, where the caretaker has their own private apartment with a beautiful view of Sat Village and the valley. Elsewhere, we will try to create a treatment room of sorts. This will become a multifunctional space that can be used for massage, healing sessions, or other treatments. The living room area can also be used as a multifunctional space by removing the tables and creating an open space. This could be used for a range of activities like events, community gatherings, or anything else that benefits the community. If it works out how we would like it to, the cherry on top of the community center will be a roof terrace, which will be the ultimate viewpoint, and maybe a place to do your private yoga practice or have a cup of tea and read a book. I have purposefully not included a yoga space because I feel that this is something that our neighbors are already doing really well, and I do hope that we can somehow contribute to their project instead of trying to do the same thing. These things will take shape as the project develops. Now, we would have liked to add more communal facilities and really take it all to the next level. But at the moment, this is already pushing the envelope of what makes sense financially. What I mean to say is that every communal facility that we add to the project also increases the price of the houses. We don't want to increase the price too much, because affordability is one of our key factors. But there are many more facilities that we wish to add in future developments, and the idea would be that if you live in Sat Village, you are able to use those facilities as well. The way we try to approach these things is that we build step by step, every time creating a stable base to add the next phase on top of. This is also a way of spreading out the costs for facilities and amenities instead of focusing the investment on one project. So once we reach this next phase, here are some of the amenities that we would like to add. 1. Office or commercial spaces for artists, makers, creators, flex workstations for remote workers, and spaces for healing practitioners and bodywork. 2. Spa facilities like a sauna, sweat lodge, natural swimming pools, a cold plunge pool, meditation domes, sound healing temples, and more. 3. We would love to add a small cafe or restaurant one day, a place dedicated to fresh and healthy food, using local and seasonal produce from the community and other local farmers. 4. We are passionate about creating a small-scale school or educational space built on a foundation of freedom, trust, and connection, where children can grow to become superheroes and are uniquely prepared for the future. I was very inspired by a conversation I had at the German Kundalini Yoga Festival, which you can read about on our blog page. There are many more ideas, but for now this is enough to give you some perspective on where it can go. Whenever I start talking about these things, it is so easy to get carried away with future prospects and then lose track of what we are doing right now. But I do want to share this vision with you because it gives you an idea of the bigger picture. But let's get back to the community center. So far, we have an outline of the function that the center will fulfill. On the one hand, it has practical functions like receiving guests, doing the washing, managing the day-to-day tasks, and so forth. On the other hand, it has the social function, offering space for the community to use as decided collectively. So we are creating this community center as a flexible, evolving space. We've made space for what we know will be useful, but we've also left space for the unknown. Because we believe that community isn't something you can fully design. It's something that grows organically over time. As people bring their skills, their passions, and their ideas, the community center will shift and shape itself to meet what's needed. Maybe someone will start a language exchange group. Maybe someone will offer herbal medicine workshops, parenting circles, or fresh veggies from their garden. We can't predict it all, and we don't want to. That's the magic of co-creation. In this respect, the community center will become a place where we can walk together, support each other, and grow together, no matter where you come from. In a world that often pulls us into isolation, this kind of community space is radical. It invites us to remember that we don't have to do it all alone, that it's okay to lean in, to ask for help, to show up with your gifts and receive others in return. to create something together that's bigger than any one of us. That's the deeper purpose of the community center. Not just a place to gather, but a place to remember who we are and why we came here. So, as we are reaching the end of this episode, I invite you to imagine yourself there, walking into the community living room on a quiet morning, the smell of herbs in the air, someone waves and pours you a cup of tea. Your child runs off to the play area laughing. Later that evening, you're back again, sitting under the stars, music playing, a fire crackling in the circle. You're not alone, you're part of something. And that's the heart of the community center. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Sat Village podcast. If today's story inspired something in you, we'd love if you could share it with a friend or anyone who might be dreaming of this kind of life. And if you want to stay updated, don't forget to sign up for the mailing list at satvillage.com. That's also where you can read the full blog post about the community center and book a call if you're ready to connect more deeply. We've got more stories coming soon, so stay tuned and we'll see you next time.
Sat Village, where the roots run deep. We wake with the earth and her soul we keep. Harmony grows where the rivers meet. Sat Village, where the truth feels sweet. Hands in the soil, we sow and reap the stories of life and the seeds we keep. Laughter echoes through the open air, a circle of love, we're always there. Integrity flows like the morning stream. We live the dream, we live the dream. Sat Village, where the roots run deep. We wake with the earth and her soul we keep. Harmony grows where the rivers meet. Sat Village, where the truth feels sweet. Feels sweet. Whispers, stars take their place. In every shadow, we see her face. The earth our guide through time and space. Her song is ours, her gentle embrace. Moonrise whispers, stars take their place. In every shadow, we see her face. The earth our guide through time and space. Her song is ours, her gentle embrace.